Good evening everyone. On Monday the 14th of April today I've been to Woodlands leisure park, which is principally aimed at families with younger children, but me and some of my friends just thought we'd go and see if it really does cater for all ages, as some of its slogans do suggest. And yeah, pretty much. I suppose there weren't that many rides oriented straight at our age, but it was an enjoyable day. Rob, it looked like you had an interesting day yesterday. That trail looked pretty cool. I wouldn't mind giving that a try out myself one day. With regard to punishments, I can't remember exactly what it is I have to do. Something about a sock song and a shower, maybe. That'll go in my next one. No? Oh, Rob, well done on the cereal punishment. It looked pretty bad, but you managed it very well, so congratulations on that one. You still are owed one more, I think. David, for your punishment tomorrow, instead of this going out and asking someone some questions, I just want you to go to a charity shop, and you don't have to spend anything over £5, but I want you to buy the most garish, terrible looking trousers ever, and you need to wear them to Mahjong's one day when you go back. You don't have to wear them the whole day. You could wear them just for, say, 1 hour's lecture, but it would be good if we could see some evidence. Obviously we'll take your word for it if you have, but if we could see some evidence, that would be pretty cool. Oh, it's Monday, so I have to set a challenge, and wow, I haven't thought about it at all. Okay, I want you to write a jingle. You have to make up some product. It could be anything. It could be some new cat food, a new garden tool or something, and you need to write a, say, 10-second jingle that would go at the end of an hour. It's a bit of a strange challenge, but it should get the old cogs whirring, and that's to all three of you, Kate, Rob and Dave. Not much else to say. Oh, obviously in the news there's been that crash in Ecuador, which was pretty sad. I mean, gap year down in South America must have been a pretty amazing experience, so it was a shame for some families it had to end like that. I'd love to see Ecuador myself actually one day, all of South America in fact. Oh, also in the news it looks like Italy's got another new government tonight. I believe it's the 62nd since the end of the Second World War, which is a lot of governments for that period of time at the end of the day. Averages out at one a year. So, yeah, unfortunately it was a right-wing person that won it instead of the centre-left candidate, but hopefully next time they'll see sense. While we're on in the news, I'd just like to take the time to comment about the whole China Beijing Olympics torch thing, which has been the most farcical thing I've seen in the news for a very, very, very long time. The Olympics should never have been given to China, purely for its treatment of Tibet. In the first place. What they've been doing recently in Tibet is also horrific. I just have no time for any Chinese government whatsoever, and it just shows what the world thinks of China, really, the fact that none of these have run smoothly. It's been an absolute disaster in all the countries. In a way, I'd like Gordon Brown to come out and say we're not going, because he's really not going. He doesn't have to try and double book himself, but at the same time, I understand it's a very hard line to tread. You can't just annoy China by saying, oh, we're not coming to this because of X, Y and Z. I know morally, I reckon he would like to not go because of the whole way they treat Tibet and everything, but we do rely on China, particularly for talks nuclear-wise with North Korea, because they're the go-through country. So you can't really afford to have us and America antagonising them, which is what they would see it as if we didn't go. I'm not sure what I'd do in that situation. Obviously, deep down, I would obviously want to boycott it, but it's just whether international pressures dictate otherwise sometimes. But yeah, it's good to see everyone protesting against China. It's particularly some of the crowds that came out in London, Paris and San Francisco, where it was recently. It's just turned it into a complete farce, and they should just consider abandoning the whole torch process. It'll just be interesting to see exactly how these Olympics go in the summer, but for the minute I've not got much else to say on that subject other than free Tibet. I've not got much else to say, so that's your Monday vlog.